Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever it is for you. I've misplaced my fixodent, so that tooth's wobbling away. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you do, please comment, like and subscribe. Firstly, I'm going to show you somebody's face that's not my face. Now that's Dave, Blue Star Dave from Dave's Allotment, and the lovely Paula next to him. If you like big daft gets like me, I'm a big daft Wigan get and he's a big daft Geordie get, and you'll really enjoy his channel. I'm going to put the link in the description below. Yeah, check him out please, he's excellent. Comment, like, subscribe to him, you won't be disappointed with Dave. Alright mate, see you in a bit. Right, so seriously, check Dave out. Blue Star Dave, B-L-U star, all one word, Dave. It'll be in the description below. Dave's Allotment. He's fantastic, he's funny, you'll hear singing, playing his guitar. It's a bit like my channel, but a bit more avant-garde, or whatever you want to call it. A bit more sort of like entertaining really, than mine. I like it a lot. I like Dave's channel a lot. Alright, anyway, back to my brother Bilo down at the Allotment. I'll see you in a bit. Bye bye now. So Wilco's isn't open. It's only 7:45 in the morning on Saturday the 29th of February, which is the special leap year day, obviously. And I've just come across that, a little seedling starter kit there for £5, and you get all sorts in it. Propagator tray with removable lid, 2x10 seed trays, 40x seedling pots, 10x large tea plant labels. I'm going to get that. That's a good little kit, that, isn't it? For a £5. Just moving along now. They've got a nice selection of bits and bobs here. Old Walmart. If you're a US viewer, give me those watering cans there. What are they, 6 litre now? For £2.29. That's not bad at all, is it? I need one of them. And that's only £2. Mine got busted, so I need one of them, which is cool. That's very cheap as well. I'm going to get some of that. In fact, I'm going to get 2 of them. That's very cheap. They're usually about £5 or £6 then. So don't come to the Horwich Asda looking for chicken manure, because I've got it. I've had the lot. Right, that'll do me for now. I picked up a little Tweety Bird box, as you can see there, at the Asda. Thought I'd get it. Give them a little home, won't it? That's what you want, a bit of heat. Doesn't put out much heat, but it's better than no heat any day of the week. Right, so I'm back in the Tiki Hut, inside the Tiki Hut, and I think that's short of a shelf, innit? Get like a tabletop across there. This side's higher than that side, I've just noticed. Don't know what went on there, but I'm going to sort that out. I'm going to get a panel put in, so it's like an extension of that table, and then maybe a little bit more here over the top of that, like a corner piece maybe that goes in there, and so I've got a little bit more worktop space inside the hut. Storage is key. It's a shed after all, isn't it? See you in a bit. Yeah, so this little panel was over there, resting against the door there. And because that's lower on that side, I found these outside, these offcuts. And when you put that on there, like that, it's the right height. So that's what we're going to do. And then obviously that panel is going to go on top of that. But I'm going to use the other offcuts, I'm going to clean them up, use the other offcuts to go against here, so that it all rests quite solidly on top of that. That's the plan. Let's crack on! Easy as pie. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Oh, how's that gone down? That was perfecto. That's why. A slight adjustment needed there. I thought it was bang on that. Right. So the weather's cleared up and it's really quite nice now. It's very sunny for a change. So it's a pity we didn't sort it out really. We could have probably got that polytunnel sheeting on today. But it'll wait that, won't it? There's no big rush. While I was down at the Asda, as I do every time I go to the Asda, I picked up some of these. Alright. So these are the buckets. Just remove the evidence there, boys and girls. These are the buckets of various size. And it's what we do our bucket growing in, obviously. If you ever watch a channel called Growing Veg, HGV, you'll pick up loads and loads of tips and hints from him. He's a great bloke from up in top end of Cumbria. But he grows in buckets. The potato ones we're going to be doing this year are in the standard sized as the buckets there. I'll just measure them just to show you. So the standard size that you get for these are the cut flower buckets, by the way. So when they display their flowers at Asda or Walmart, if you're from the US of A, they come in these. Now, the 10 inches deep and 10 inches across. Okay, those are the standard sized ones, but you can get smaller ones as well, which are, I think, yeah, so these are the smaller ones, and those are 8 inches. But they're still 10 inches wide at the top. Those aren't as good for growing potatoes in, but when you're potting on your cucumbers and your courgettes, pumpkins, any squash, before you plant it outside, you get your root system going in these. And then when it's nice and healthy and it's got a decent root system, that's the pot that you then transfer into. Well, you just take it out of the pot and then transfer it then outside. So yeah, you'll start them off small pots and keep going up with your pumpkin seeds. Start them off in like at least a 9 centimetre though, and then pot them, and we'll show you that later on in the season. But they're handy for that. Those are for the spuds, and these are going to be for the carrots. So we're going to try growing carrots in buckets this year. Now in there you'll probably get about 30 carrots on the go, and we'll show you how to do that, but not today. It's always good though, when you go into the Asda's, all you need to say to them at Asda is, do you have any cut flower buckets that you're throwing away? And then explain what you're doing with them. You've got allotments, or you just want to do it on your patio or something like that, and you want to do some growing. Because all they do is they tip them off. They've already been recycled once, you see, so they don't tend to recycle them again. So we reuse and repurpose them instead. That's 14 inches high, the carrot one. So hopefully you'll get sort of like 8 or 9 inch carrots out of it. That's what we want to have anyway this year. But yeah, I've got loads of them. So what you need to do, obviously, you need to put some drainage holes in them. So as you can see here, there are no drainage holes in it at present, because obviously they needed to retain the water for the flowers, the cut flowers. But it's dead easy to do. I have already done a few of them. You can see in there. These are ones that we used last year, these 14, and I think we did the potatoes in them last year. But it's dead easy, I'll show you. Now if you look at the base of these, they come in handy segments, as you can see there. So all you do is you get your steel bit, that's a steel bit, 7.5mm that, and to save a bit of time, stack them 4 on top of each other. We want 12, so we've got 12 there, 3 sets of 4, and all you do is, unless it goes flying all over the place, which it's probably going to do, is you do a drill down through the lot, like that. Now I'll carry on there, putting one in each segment, one there in the inner segment, then the outer, the inner, the outer, the inner, the outer, until it's gone all the way around, and then I'm going to put a couple in the sides. So I'll just show you now. When you're doing the side ones though, you have to, if you're doing side ones, you have to take them all apart and do them individually. But you can do the main holes, the main drainage holes in the segments, you can do those 4 at a time easily. Yep. So there's 12 buckets there with drainage holes in them in the space of about 2 minutes. It's dead easy. And those are used then for the potatoes. I'll show you the potato buckets we started a few weeks ago actually. So yeah, there we are. We're in the lady farmer's greenhouse, and those were the ones we started a couple of weeks ago. They've not burst through yet, but there's time yet. I usually start the potatoes off on St. Patrick's Day, which I believe is the 17th of March. That's what we did last year, but these were started a few weeks early, a couple of weeks ago, those. And we've got the Red Duke of Yorks, the Home Guard, and the Ulster Prince. These are the first earlies. So that's what we'll be using those buckets for. I don't know if you saw the one from last week when I was cleaning the lady farmer's greenhouse and I cut my finger, but it's looking tremendous now, looking really nice, clean. Just put that thermometer up in here as well. 10 degrees. Not too bad. I've took my jacket off, it's warm. Now the only problem with using the cut flour buckets is when you stack them. Look, that's a pretty pattern, isn't it? When you stack them, they do tend to stick together and they're difficult to brace apart. So what you do is you take one of these, which is a milk bottle top, you plop that in the middle, like that. And what that does is it stops them sticking together. That comes out dead easy now then. What's that in there? Oh, found something. A rubber band. But yeah, so if you put them in, it separates them and stops the vacuum forming, and they can just come apart really easily. So there's a little top tip. Relatively ship shape and squared away. Right, so that was this morning. Check out Blue Star Dave, he's a top banana. Blue Star Dave at Dave's Allotment. Dave's Allotment. I can't do a Geordie accent, it's one of the accents I can't do that. But Dave and the lovely Paula are brilliant people. That's more of a Scottish accent, which I'm not too bad at. Right, okay. Hope you enjoyed that. Comment, like, subscribe. See you later. In fact, you'll see us in a little bit. I'm going to put another video up today. Starting seeds starting. That'll be up about 8 o'clock tonight. It's part 2 of our Growing Veg from seed to completion mini-series. Alright, see you in a bit. Ta-da! So yeah, that's it for today. I think we've done enough for today. It's coming up for 11 o'clock in the morning, so I'm going to get myself off and get some breakfast. We'll be back down the plots tomorrow, and tomorrow we will be starting. Oh God, hang on, I'll do that again.